Hey guys, it is Monday, October 21st, and I want to give you some hot takes from a hot head. I'm going to try to stay calm. This is a little episode of the Chad Prather Show, and I want to get right into it. But first, who do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about Kamala Harris? Do we want to talk about JD Vance? Do we want to talk about Tim Walz? Do we want to talk about Donald Trump? Because all of them made major headlines this weekend, and let's start with Kamala Harris. Okay, we know, first of all, that nothing about this campaign that they're running on the Democratic ticket has anything to do with God or the things of God or the kingdom of God or anything godly. We know that. In fact, every single one of their lefty progressive policies are anti-God, anti-Christ, and they've set themselves up to completely go the opposite direction of the things that you believe as a Christian with your values. So I don't have to show you the clip again of Kamala giving a speech in Detroit as she talked about the overturning of Roe v. Wade and how she plans to make sure that all women in America have the right to murder their babies for the sake of convenience anytime they want to, when some man screamed out, "Christ is King and Jesus is Lord." You've all seen the video. A lot of people melted down on the left, saying that the person in the audience was screaming lies. If you listen to it because you have two ears and common sense, you understand he said Christ is King, Jesus is Lord. And Kamala said, "I think you're at the wrong rally." And the place went nuts. Thunderous applause, laughter, cheers, and of course she did her little arrogant look that she does, which basically says, I'm speaking, and then turned back with her little hand wave in the air and her cackle in the background and said, "I think you intend to be down at the rally, the smaller rally down the street." Okay, so every Christian, every believer, any person, I don't care if you're Protestant or Catholic, I don't care what denomination you are, I don't care if you're Mormon, Jehovah's Witness, I don't care if you are a member of a freaking crazy drinking the Kool-Aid cult out there. If you have any affinity to the Lordship of Jesus Christ, where you say, yes, I will agree with that statement, Jesus is Lord, then you have no business whatsoever casting your vote for Kamala Harris. She has 100% verbally now aligned herself anti-Christ. Now, on the flip side, JD Vance, just a day later, was giving a speech. Someone behind him said, "Christ is King." And JD very calmly turned his head and said, "That's correct. Christ is King." That tells you everything you need to know. Listen to me. I don't care if you're in the black community, Hispanic community. I don't care what color you are. If you claim to have Judeo-Christian ethics, if you claim to have Christian values, that is the line in the sand. One party has said, you're in the wrong crowd if you say Christ is King. And the other one has ratified and agreed with you, put the stamp of approval and said, yes, we do believe Jesus is Lord. Now, the choice is yours. What do you want to do? Do you want to align yourself with those people? I don't think you do at this stage in the game. I don't think truly that you do. Their only policy that they've even put out there with any sense of arguability of them backing up what they claim to believe is your ability to murder your unborn baby. They're literally running on what they call women's reproductive rights. That is their watershed issue because they think that they can pander to enough women to win this election. But I think that women are smarter than that. I think that women can see through the smoke and mirrors. And they see that what they're trying to do actually play to this idea that women and their rights are being taken away. No one is taking your rights away, ladies. No one. Nobody in the conservative side of the movement. No one running for office on the Republican ticket is trying to take away the rights of women. The only thing that has ever been stated is they want the states to make their own decision. That's exactly the way this country should be run. That's the way we were founded. That's the way we were established. You have the right to determine what your state is going to do, and that's where the laws come into play. You don't need 4.5 million unelected bureaucrats inside the beltway of Washington, D.C. determining your health care or your rights or what you can do with your family or how you run your household or anything else. It should ultimately come down to the rights of the states. And that's all anybody's ever said. Nobody has a full-blown ban. Nobody is putting your life in danger. There's nobody bleeding to death because of an ectopic pregnancy that a doctor refused to treat. None of that is happening. But regardless, the fact that they said, you're at the wrong rally. I think you should take that and run with it. They've literally told you now, you're at the wrong rally. You should be down there with the people down the street who have an actual belief system. And then, of course, Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump took it in stride. He got himself a job at McDonald's, which I thought was hilarious. And the left, the progressive, libtard progressives are melting down over it because, yes, folks, yes, we confess, the McDonald's was actually closed while Donald Trump went in, made the French fries, and served the bags of McDonald's food through the drive-thru window to vetted people who came up in the drive-thru. You got us. You got us. It was a campaign trick. It was a stunt. It was a ploy. It was an opportunity to have a PR move, and guess what? It freaking worked. Thousands of people were lining the streets because Donald Trump went in, took off his suit jacket, and put on a McDonald's apron, stuck his head out of a drive-thru window, and said he's now done something that Kamala Harris has never done, and that's worked at least 15 minutes in a McDonald's. We know Kamala has lied about that. The only thing that they've been talking about is her ability to defend the idea that she ever was a fry cook. She's got no proof of that whatsoever. Yes, it was an opportunity to have a little fun, add a little levity, and, do a little political humor by working at McDonald's. No, we did not think Donald Trump was, on this upward spiral towards McDonald's franchise management. We knew what it was, folks. We knew it was a political stunt. Almost like, let me think. Oh, do you remember when AOC went down to the border and cried as she looked through a chain link fence at absolutely nothing? You remember that photo op? Do you remember that photo op? Yeah. Interesting, huh? It seems to, oh, wait a second. It reminds me of the time when Kamala Harris, just a few weeks ago, went down to the southern border, met with the Border Patrol, who did not endorse her and did not claim that she did any good by coming down there. But she walked along the border and gave a couple of little media hits for a photo op for 19 minutes. So, yes, believe it or not, folks, when people are running for office, they do pander a little bit. They do set up some PR stunts. And if the left is going to melt down this hard over Donald Trump pretending to work at McDonald's, think about how much they're going to melt down and lose their freaking minds when Donald Trump actually becomes the president of the United States. Let that sink in. And then, of course, Tim Walz, the VP in waiting, if you are on the left, the guy who, I don't know, what the guy ever truly did, because he's never told the truth about his past, his history, his career, or any job position he's ever held, told the ladies, and I use that word expressively loosely, he told the braying jackasses of The View that he could shoot better than anyone else running for office. That's right. After Joy Behar asked him concerning his hunting debacle, where he looked like he didn't know how to manage a shotgun, she said, they're saying you look like a moron, Tim, out there. He said, well, I guarantee you, I grew up hunting. I've always hunted. I've got the trophies to prove it, and I can shoot better than anyone else. I just don't believe that is true, Tim. So let me just go on record as saying Christ is King, Jesus is Lord, and Tim Walz can't handle a gun. And I'm thinking about heading over to a McDonald's and getting some French fries. Who knows? Maybe Donald Trump will reach his head and his golden hand out there and hand me that MAGA nugget, and I can dip it in some glorious, glorious anti-woman sauce. Hey, we love you guys. God bless you. Stay tuned for these hot takes from a hot head. It's part of the Chad Prather Show, and we're going to have more coming to you every single day. Take care of yourselves. Check me out. WatchChad.com. Do some shopping at PratherTees.com. I will be in Bartonville, Texas tomorrow night, doing a little music at Marty B's, and then we're going to be over in Marble Falls at Putters and Gutters Saturday night, October 26th. It's comedy night in Marble Falls, so come hang out with us. Going to be over in Tulsa, Oklahoma for 3 nights, 5 shows. Then we're headed up to Fort Worth at Hyenas Comedy Club. So many things coming up as we end out the year, folks. It is so close to November 5th. Join me in my 30 days of prayer. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. You can get on there, pray them along with me. I truly believe that they are effective and they are fervent and they are amazing when we join in together, because we do believe Christ is King. So get over there. Today was day 16. If you haven't done it yet, go find me on Facebook. Just search Chad Prather and you will find it, and you can pray it along with the rest of millions of people who are praying these prayers every single day. All right, I'm going to jump off of here. Don't forget, the big conversations of the Chad Prather Show happen on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. YouTube and Rumble, make sure you're subscribing, smash the like button, and make sure you show us some love. In the meantime, know that I love you. God bless you. Christ is King. Jesus is Lord, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.